I'm Peter Chen. I'm the Executive Director of Indo-China Sino-American Community Center. We are located in New York City. We are a social service agency that help the disadvantaged and the immigrants.
My name is Greg Clevin, and I am a teacher at Englishville, which is a private English learning center in Ho Chi Minh City.
I things that I remember about Vietnam was, my home, the street that we live on, the path that I walk to school every day, is the people, the place, the temperature, the sun, the rain. These are the things that I remember. The food and stuff like that.
And so joining the military wasn't anything strange. It was kind of what most of the guys were going to do. And this is 1966, and most Americans had no idea the war was even going on. I don't know how many troops we had over here at that time, but it wasn't a big issue. And so I volunteered. I signed up actually 3 months before I graduated from high school.
Strangely enough, I was reading a book at that time, and one stray bullet just flew over and make a breaking glass sound, make a hole on the window, almost kill me. So after that, we learned not to stand up, and it's better off to lie on the floor. At night, they were still fighting, and I saw all the gunshots flying all over the place. But strangely enough, somehow it looked beautiful to me, because you see all these gunshots. They are different colors flying all around. It almost looked like a firework, and then we heard the American helicopters or the airplanes, they start bombing different neighborhoods. Every time you heard you heard explosions, some place get bombed, and then you saw fire. You could see fire in the distance. And after the fire, you saw all the refugees started streaming down the street.
Each patrol that we went on, I ran probably about 25 patrols. And each patrol was like a brand new little war. It had a beginning and an end. And all that I would focus on, all of my thoughts were on surviving, that's all. I didn't care. No more glory, no more pride, no more honor for a country, none of that stuff. All I wanted to do was go home. And so I blocked out everything. I didn't think about my family. I didn't think about anything other than I'm gonna get home. And when I get home, I'm never going to do this again. What? You turn into almost like a machine, and you hate it. It feels horrible. But I was always, because I guess I was young and stupid, I was always sure I'm going to survive. I'm going to get through it. I know I can do it. It's not going to be easy. But I never really thought I was going to die. Even though we were in a lot of hairy situations, I always thought, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to live through it. So I just kept focusing on that. Then when I did get shot up, it was difficult. But fortunately, I got to the medevac station. They got me to another hospital and then back to the States and took care of it. It was serious enough to discharge me from the service, but not enough to kill me. So
My father sent my sisters to a safer place, but my father, my mother, and I, we stay at home because we were afraid that of looters, people were going to loot our house. During that period of time, I felt really close to my parents, and I felt very close to my sisters too. We used to fight all the time, but I guess in a situation like that, other things seems a lot more trivial, and we got along fine. So those were some of the good memories that came out. But there were also a lot of bad, I guess. My father became very scared, so he started to try to see that let my family to leave one by one. He was the last one to leave, but unfortunately, by the time he was leaving, Vietnam fell, and so he never make it. He did not leave. We got letters from him, after Vietnam fell on April 30th, 1975. And we got letters a month later that he said he tried to escape through the sea, by putting himself in a boat 2 times, and 2 times he fell. So the last letter we got from him, he said, no, he's going to try to walk through Cambodia to go to Thailand. And that was the last letter.
When I got a medal, I was in the hospital and they arranged for a general to come by and to give me a medal. And I didn't tell my father. And my father was very disappointed that he couldn't be there. I didn't want the medal. I refused to put on my uniform. I went down in my pajamas. I wanted them to be angry at me. I wanted them to be pissed off. And so when they told me I'd go down and get the medal, put on your uniform, I just went down in my pajamas. I stood there. I couldn't pretend anymore. And so I did want it to be glorious, and I did want to have good feelings about it, but I wasn't going to pretend that it was that way, because I knew in my heart it wasn't, that what we did